Good morning, dear students. Today, Seema Tamrakar, the PCT Chemistry of Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2 is here with a demonstration of one practical class. I think you all are aware that in your practical there are 3 experiments. 2 of them are the core experiments and one is the content based experiment. And in this, the first very important experiment is the volumetrical analysis, second experiment is the salt analysis, and third one is selected anyone from the content based practicals. Here is the list of the practical and evaluation scheme. Volumetrical analysis is of 8 marks. Salt analysis is of 8 marks. Content or the subject based experiments 6 marks. Project work 4 marks. And class record and viva 4 marks. Total the weightage of your practical classes, practical exam is of the 30 marks. And in this, the first very important experiment today I am going to demonstrate before all of you. This is the titration or volumetrical analysis. In this experiment, the one solution of known concentration is given to you all that you prepare first during the experiment, and then you have to find out the concentration or the strength of another solution. Right? The objective that today I am taking is prepare 100 ml 0.1 molar ferrous ammonium sulfate solution and find the strength of given KMnO4 solution using this solution. So as you can see in this objective there are 2 parts of the experiment. The first part is preparation of 100 ml 0.1 molar ferrous ammonium sulfate solution. Here students, I just want to introduce you with the terminology that we use here. Here 2 solutions are used. One is called the standard solution and other is called the unknown solution. The solution that we prepare here, the concentration of that is known to you. That solution is called standard solution, and the another solution, for example in this experiment, you prepare the 100 ml of the ferrous ammonium sulfate solution and the concentration is known to you 0.1 molar. So this will be the known or standard solution. The second solution of which the concentration you have to find is the KMnO4 solution, and this is unknown solution. Right? In this experiment, what are the materials that you require that I am just going to show you. First, this is burette fitted in the burette stand. I think in the class 11th also you have done experiment. Maybe you are familiar with this. This is measuring cylinder of 100 ml, a set of test tubes, beaker, volumetrical flask, cone, a conical cylinder, a conical flask. Along with this, the other things that we will use here, this pipette, this is again one beaker, this is the electronic weighing machine that I am going to use to prepare the solution. Then the required reagents are ferrous ammonium sulfate, concentrated and dilute sulfuric acid, and KMnO4, potassium permanganate. These are the materials that we require for this experiment. Today I am going to focus on the first part of this experiment, preparation of a standard solution. Standard solution means the concentration of that is known to you. But how you will come to know that how much amount you need of the reagent? For this, the class of solution chapter is needed, right? Here generally we use two types of the terms for the concentration, molarity and normality, right? Molarity is the number of moles of any solute present in the unit volume of the solution. And for this, the formula that we use here is molarity is equal to given mass upon the molar mass. This will give you the number of the moles of the solute to you. In the place of the number of moles, I have written W upon M. W is the given mass, M is the molar mass. I am taking the volume in the ml, that's why I have divided. I have used the 1000 here in the multiplication divided by the V. This is the basic formula of the molarity. Molarity is the method to express the concentration of solution in which the number of moles in per unit volume is expressed. Here, what are the quantities known to you? Here, the molarity you know, right? Molar mass from the given reagent we can calculate. Sometimes we remember also. This is the formula of the ferrous ammonium sulfate, NH4 whole twice SO4 dot FeSO4 dot 6H2. This is the formula of the ferrous ammonium sulfate, and from here I have calculated the molar mass. Its molar mass is 392.12 gram. It is actually, for the easiness in the calculation, we use 392 grams. Just for easiness purpose, otherwise you can go for. So our first important aim is here, you must know what should be the mass of the solute that you need to dissolve for the preparation of this standard solution, and for this purpose we are going to use this formula, right? From here I have just changed the formula. I have converted it in the form of the W. This is equal to molarity into molar mass into volume upon 1000. What is our objective? According to that, you have to substitute the values here. Molarity that is given here is 0.1. So I have substituted the value 0.1 here. Molar mass, the molar mass of ferrous ammonium sulfate is 392, and volume that I am going to use here is 100 ml. So from here I have come to the conclusion that how much salt I require, how much solute I require to dissolve in 100 ml of water. This is 3.92 grams. This is the first important part of our experiment, right? In the case of the preparation of the standard solution. Sometimes standard solution is already given to you, but it's the part of your experiment that you must know how to prepare the standard solutions, right? Now you have come to know that how much amount of the salt is required, and this salt is 3.92 gram. Now how you will weigh this, right? What is the procedure? I am coming to that part. I am coming to the procedure part of the experiment. The titration experiment, the experiment of the titration, it is the volumetrical analysis by the concentration of one known substance. You can find out the concentration of other substance on the basis of any of the chemical reaction. Here, this experiment is based on the oxidation and reduction, right? In this case, the ferrous ammonium sulfate Iron undergo the oxidation process and KMnO4 is reduced. Since here oxidation and reduction takes place together, that's why this titration is called the redox titration. On the basis of oxidizing and reducing abilities of both the reagents, we are going to find out the strength of the unknown solution that I will discuss in the second part of the experiment. Now, our part is we have calculated the amount of the salt that is required, and here how I am going to show you the procedure how you can prepare the solution. The very important part of the experiment is your standard solution must be accurate. If you are not going to prepare the accurate solution, definitely in that particular case your results will vary. To avoid any kind of the variation, you need to prepare, you have to be very accurate in your procedure. Maybe you are not having the digital balance in your lab. Since I have the digital balance, I am using this only. Otherwise, you can use the chemical balance in your experiment. I am just showing you how this works. I am removing the cap. This cap is used to avoid any kind of the change in the mass during the experiment. This is the digital balance. Here is the on-off switch. With this you can see the data is here, right? Then you can see here mod PCB tear option. The important is the use of this tear option. Whenever you place the watch glass here, to just fix its mass to the 0, we use this function tear. Just switching off this, and again I will start right from the beginning. Right? So this is the machine. It's set on 0. Right? The first thing that I have to do, I need one watch glass. This is the watch glass in which I have to weigh the salt. So first I must know the weight of this salt, this watch glass, then only I can do here. So I have just placed it here. I have covered it, and its reading is 17.5. If you will not tear, you have to add this 3.92 gram into this 17.58 to avoid this calculation and to make the experiment very easy so that we can learn it very easily. I am just going to press the tear. What you have to do? You have to tear. What you have to do? You have to tear, and by this tear option, again 17.58 has become 0. So whatever the reading will now come will be of the salt only. I am again removing this lid. Dear students, you can see this is the ferrous ammonium sulfate, right? Some specifications are written over here, right? Now with the help of the spatula, this is the spatula, I am going to take the 3.92 gram of this ferrous ammonium sulfate solution. In the beginning, little bit fast you can do, but at the end you have to be very careful. Just by one crystal the weight changes. It's 2.41, one more spatula full. This is 3.06. I'm enjoying the balancing. Now 3 point, here is the fun. It's 3.54. One more. small amount, very small. Here you have to be very watchful. 3.87, 3.89. Now this is 3.94. Now it's the time for the last crystal. Here it's the 3.98 exactly. Exactly it is the 3.98. I just want to show you. See here, this is the reading. I'm just going to move, because of that it's changing. See here, it's the 3.98. Exactly it's 3.98. See, now I'm going to off it. I have switched it off. Now the next part of our experiment. Now you have to transfer this ferrous ammonium sulfate salt to the volumetrical flask. This is the volumetrical flask. In this we prepare the solution. If directly I am going to pour this here, maybe some of my crystals will fall down. For avoiding any this kind of the error, there should not be any experimental error. I am just going to use this funnel. Now with the help of this funnel, I will transfer this salt into this volumetrical flask, and now it's time for water, right? Although it's a volumetrical flask, you can see here this ring, it represents the 100 ml volume of the solution. So one very simple thing that you can do, you can use the distilled water, right? Directly from the wash bottle. The second thing that you should do, that you can use the measuring cylinder. And the last, the one very important thing, the very perfect method is use of the pipette for the last drop. Like up to the 70 ml you can use with the, or 80 ml you can transfer with the help of this measuring cylinder, but for the last few drops, so that you know that with the help, this is the pipette, and its movement of the solution through this pipette is by the theory of the pressure, the atmospheric pressure, and you can control it, the flow of the solution through this just by the movement of your hand. So for the last one drop, you can use this pipette also. It depends upon how much practice you have of the things, right? And before that, I am just going to take the 80 ml through this measuring cylinder. This is the distilled water. You always have to go for the meniscus theory also here. The one very important step, the precaution that you have to take here is the use of concentrated sulfuric acid. This is ferrous ammonium sulfate, and during the experiment, the ferrous is going to be converted into the ferric. If at the time of preparation of solution, you are not going to add the concentrated sulfuric acid, your ferrous will here only get converted into the ferric, and your solution will be the brown in color. The accuracy of the standard FAS solution is always measured by its transparency. If the solution is perfectly transparent, that means the solution is accurate one. For this purpose, what you need to add the concentrated sulfuric acid. I am showing you. I have just taken the spatula, going to again clean it so that no extra crystal is here, right? I'm just going to transfer it with the help of this. Don't worry about the things. Definitely, as the water will pass, this salt will go inside. No need to be worried, right? The first few drops that I will add, pour into this watch glass, so that if any of the salt is stick on the watch glass, it must get transferred into this volumetrical flask. See here, you have just seen that the salt is transferred, so no need to be worried. You just follow the procedure, your experiment will be the perfect one. At this stage, at this very beginning stage, you just have to add little water, and then you have to make a paste, right? You can use the glass rod also here. Now it's the time to add the concentrated sulfuric acid. It's not like that you complete the dissolution and then no. This is the right time to add the concentrated sulfuric acid. Now I am going to add the half test tube of the concentrated sulfuric acid into this, and this will avoid the oxidation of ferrous ammonium sulfate into ferric ammonium sulfate, right? Please always wash your test tubes and all the apparatus when you are using it. Then place it in the proper stand. Now I am going to add the water. Now at this stage, see, this is the solution. I am going to use pipette. This is the 10 ml pipette that I have. I have some air bubbles, so I am just going it to flow back to the beaker. Again I will suck. Be very watchful. The observation is the key of success in the experiment. Here, this is the 10 ml. I am going to add over here. Since I know it will be the maximum 90, I am just allowing it to flow. Here, now it's the time. All the salt from this point has been removed. I am going to show how much accuracy is required here. This is the importance of using the pipette. Why I use the pipette at the last moment. Yes, this is the perfect one. And if you would have used the measuring cylinder, you may have 1 or 2 extra drops. Now I have placed the cork here, and now I am going to shake it. This is your standard solution. This is the solution of ferrous ammonium sulfate, the transparent, beautiful green color. If you would have not added the concentrated sulfuric acid at the beginning, it would have turned into brown even at this moment also, right? This is the perfect solution that I have prepared. This is the solution that is required. This is the preparation of the standard solution. The first part of the experiment, the second part of the experiment is to use this ferrous ammonium sulfate solution for the determination of the concentration of the KMnO4 solution, that we will record in the next video. The next class we will learn it. I am just going for a recapitulation of the class. The experiment that we are going to learn here is the volumetrical analysis, and in this experiment, with the help of one solution of known strength, that is known as the standard solution, we find out the strength of another unknown solution, right? Two formulae are required here for the calculation purpose. The first formula is used for the calculation of the required amount by the formula of the molarity, and the second formula that we use for mutual concentration, that is the dilution formula. M1V1 is equal to M2V2, that we will use in the second part of the experiment, right? On the basis of chemical reaction, the volumetrical analysis may be acid-base titration, neutralization titration, redox titration. This particular is the example of the redox titration. In this one, the ferrous ammonium sulfate undergoes the oxidation process. Ferrous is converted into ferric, so here it is a reducing agent. The KMnO4 potassium permanganate, it undergoes the reduction process. That's why that is the oxidizing agent here, right? The first part, with the help of this molarity formula, I have calculated first thing requirement, what is the mass that is to be dissolved, and this with the help of formula I have calculated. Then I have weighed it with the weighing machine, then transferred the salt into the volumetrical flask. Important precautions you have to take at every step, right, so that your result is 100% correct, right? You have what are the important precautions? You have to use the conical, this one for the transferring of salt, then few water drops on the watch glass only, so that all the salt is transferred here. Then you have to use the concentrated sulfuric acid to avoid the oxidation of the ferrous ammonium sulfate. As the paste of the ferrous ammonium sulfate is prepared, at that moment only you need to put the sulfuric acid. After that, you add the water and make the level up to the 100 ml or whatever the volume is needed, right? With this is the first part of experiment. The next part we will learn in the next class. Thank you. Keep watching.